Let us begin. Last time in the Tale of Two Cities.
One city, the other one's gone.
With the first hints of morning light stretching out over the plains, our group set forth on the arduous journey continuing towards Baldur's Gate. The day began with a display of nature's majesty as Lulan connected with a nearby bird, sending a message to her mother. There was a delightful aerial spectacle which ensued, much to the wonderment of all. Salvatore, always the conversationalist, took it upon himself to extend an olive branch as they walked. Approaching Vishara with solace, he was soon joined by Lulan, who expressed her gratitude. The Hedge Knight then turned to Lauren Singsteel, apologizing for past transgressions and enlisting the Bard's assistance in the party's current mission, bringing the refugees safely to Baldur's Gate. With a bit of prodding, Terran's origins were unraveled, and he and Salvatore bonded a little bit over supposed shared connections to Baldur's Gate and the Flaming Fist. An old weathered leather, a seeming token of esteem from the Grand Duke himself, was shown, stirring some intrigue. The day's march gave way to the stillness of night, punctuated by the intermittent change of guard watches. Lulan's turn was a heartwarming reunion as a familiar old wolf, graying with age, approached. Papa Wolf. Their joyous embrace was a moment of pure sentiment, with Lulan conversing with her old friend and recounting the events. The camp's peaceful ambiance was momentarily disturbed as Vishara, sensing strong musk, awoke and met the protective wolf's gaze. A respectful exchange ensued, cementing a new alliance. And just a stone's throw away, a changing of the guard unfolded among the wolves. A young alpha asserted its dominance over Papa Wolf, a touching ritual of transition which saw the older wolf yielding to younger vigor, symbolic of the cyclical nature of leadership. Meanwhile, in the camp's depths, whispers of the past were exchanged between Salvatore and Beowulf during their watch. With mention of the Flaming Fist and the revealing of Ravengar's letter, once again a possible friendship was solidified. As the eastern sky took on the pale hues of dawn, our heroes stirred, each one reflecting on the new bonds forged, looming challenges and the paths that lay intertwined before them. The road to Baldur's Gate beckoned, and with it, countless more tales to be told. And thus brings us to the present moment. With morning rays breaking through the veil of darkness, casting long, golden fingers across the open plains. The soft caress of the sun warms your faces as you stir from your slumber, eyes fluttering open to the comforting lights and sounds of the river Chianthar lazily flowing nearby. It is a natural lullaby to your dreams, edging you still to sleep. You have much to do. The recent trials and tribulations seem but echoes as a new day rises, full of potential and promise. A blanket of dew graces your campsite, shimmering tapestry that captures the light in 1,000 brilliant droplets. Yet what captures your attention most, just beyond the radiant morning mist, is a solitary figure. A large wolf with a grizzled gray muzzle sits patiently, almost regally, a stone's throw from your camp. His eyes are not those of a predator, but wise, calm, emitting an aura of gentle, protective strength. Those of you who had slept through the night are perhaps momentarily cautious, perhaps even startled. But it does not advance, there is no aggression. As you awake, beginning to break your camp, setting food for the breaking of your fast, the wolf waits. What do you do?
Lulan steps in front of Papa Wolf because she's afraid that Tyrion is going to attack.
Karen is definitely on edge. Wise. Lulin is many things. Wise is one of those.
I am just starting to pack up camp and getting breakfast and everything sorted, and yeah.
Tyrion?
I think
Go ahead, Bashara.
I think Vishar is helping Beowulf, but
Okay.
pack up camp, get breakfast sorted, rouse all of the refugees, stuff like that.
How far away from me are you, Tyrion?
I'm as far away as I can be.
The
Just coming on the
campsite's
edge of the camp. Like, I'm kind of understanding what's going on here a little bit, or at least picking up slowly. Don't like it.
campsite's probably a little smaller. There's enough room to have space. It's just not a whole lot of space. So there might be
Yeah.
like, I don't know, 10 feet between you guys, 10, 15.
Put my hand up. Tyrion, it's safe. This is Papa Wolf. It's okay. He's friendly. He's not gonna hurt us.
Well, that's a relief. I'll stay over here. Nice to meet you, Papa. Big Papa.
Vishar kind of glances over at Taryn, and once again, her mouth doesn't move, but he hears her anyway. And she just says, "It was a whole thing last night. She talks to animals, and is very friendly with that one in particular. I think that's the gist that I got."
Taryn, oddly enough, you hear Vishara's voice as if she's right next to you, but it doesn't really come from any direction. You're just like hearing it in your head. Maybe a little uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a wolf here. I'm hearing voices. The city just collapsed into the abyss, so yeah, I'm shook.
All right, I think we're ready to continue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Aslan, you get to join in and learn about the traveling.
All right.
So,
Well,
I need a travel lead. Who will be the travel lead?
I can go again.
Yeah, it worked well last time. I'll bring up the rear.
Okay.
all right.
Then I will need an order. So we got Lulin,
And Papa.
Papa. Okay. Aslan, where do you want to...
Vishara will
Go ahead.
Vishara will follow behind Rulin again.
Okay. Aslan, where do you want to be in the marching order?
I can follow right behind Bashara.
And Beowulf, you want to be next, and then Taryn at the rear?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're doing like a truncated, and just sorry, I and we had spoken last time. Like, I was really glad to see kind of like the full-fledged walking and camping thing. But had we decided whether or not we want to do sort of a truncated version? And
No.
Yeah, so what I was going to do is I was going to do the 1 day of travel just so that Aslan can see it so he can kind of understand it. And then as a group, we could continue on if you guys are enjoying that, or we could basically fast travel to Baldur's Gate.
got it. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. So Lulin is the travel lead. Basically, the travel lead determines what your destination is, what direction you move in, and how fast you are going. So Lulin, what direction are you going?
Towards Baldur's Gate.
Okay. And then what pace? Slow, normal, or fast?
Normal.
Okay. Then how long do you want to travel for the first leg?
We can go for like 3 hours.
3 hours? Okay. And the second leg?
We'll
Total
do
of-
another
Okay.
3 hours. So we'll stop for a break and then have a meal and
Okay. So that is a total of 6 hours of travel. You can travel for a total of 8 hours
8.
before you have to before you risk exhaustion.
So let's break it up a little more. So let's like travel for 2 hours and then stop for like a half an hour and then travel for another 2 hours, have lunch, and then travel for 4.
Okay. All right. And then all right, so this is my little resource for you guys, Aslan, so you can kind of skim through that. Basically, there are different activities that you can perform while traveling. It's not limited to these, but these are the more like solid choices. They each come with different modifiers, I guess you could say. Like if it's dangerous, there's a risk of ambush or something. If it's focused, only 2 can perform that activity, and you only take the highest, different stuff like that. So the big ones that are probably the most useful are, let's see, keep watch, navigate, and scout. The other ones are more like based on what you're trying to do. If you need some food or whatever, you can hunt and forage. If you have a wagon, you can drive it. You can even draw a map and different stuff like that. So I need to know Aslan, what activity would you like to perform?
Aslan would likely keep watch.
Okay. And Beowulf, what activity would you like to perform?
I'd like to go scouting.
Scout. Lulin.
Scout.
Aaron.
Well, I was thinking scout. We've got a lot of scouters here. How about keeping watch? I know someone else is doing that too. Yeah, keeping watch.
And that's just for this first part of the leg, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then having a navigator is a good idea, but we can definitely have like Salvatore.
Okay, I can navigate. I didn't know if that meant a thing, but I don't have tools. So
That's fine.
wisdom, it has to be survival.
Yep.
And if I'm okay.
Yep, the navigate, if you don't have the tools, it would just be a wisdom survival.
Okay.
Okay. The Shara, what would you like to do?
I think Vishara is gonna do the same thing as she did the day before, and just like making sure people are staying okay.
Okay. Starts with a C. I can't remember.
Cool. I feel like it was like
Carousing.
a coup
Yeah.
something.
I had it as
Yeah.
carousing. Okay. Down for you guys. All right. You want to break for 2 hours? You said?
Would stop. Yeah, well, we would stop for
Yep.
like an hour and then
Stopping.
stop for lunch after,
Okay.
and 2 hours later after that. And then stop for the night 4 hours after that.
All right. So, please make your checks. Aslan,
Awesome.
need you to make me a wisdom perception check. Keep watch. This is made. Yep, that's made normally. All right.
Okay.
And then anyone that scouts is an intelligence investigation. Is also
Yep.
made normally. And then Terran is navigating, so that is a wisdom survival check. Then Vishara, you can make me a charisma persuasion check.
Okay, that's good rolls. Let's go.
Do I get advantage with having Papa Wolf?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Papa will along with you. You can do that.
Just make another roll.
Hey.
Even better.
Nice.
So, traveling along in these grasslands, Fields of the Dead above you, Elturel, your east, and down a little bit south. Following along the river Chianthar, the way forward is rather easy. It's pretty darn easy to know how to get to Baldur's Gate. You just follow the river. You make your way nice and easy. Oh. As you go across, after 2 hours, you see some of the refugees lagging behind a little bit. Decide to take a moment's break, catch your breath. Perhaps drink a little bit of water. Take probably 30 minutes to break. Wait until everybody looks refreshed and continue on your way. Another 2 hours. And you break for your midday break. "8:30 in the morning approximately. The sun has come up overhead. You take your 2 hours, so that is 10:30 a.m. It's not quite midday. You have plenty of ground to cover before you. So we continue again for the second part. 4 hours, this time going all the way through. It turns all the way to 4:30 afternoon. Finally, exhausted from an entire day travel. Thankfully, without incident once again. Gotten that much closer. Baldur's Gate. Traveling a total 24 miles.
Wow. That's really good.
Nice.
Oh.
Soon we'll get there.
All right, and now you must find camp. So the way that works is anyone that scouted or kept watch, it's to roll. Depending on what they roll, decides what type of campsite is found. This is the resource for making camp. So,
A deep.
Aslan please make me a wisdom perception check with disadvantage. And
Okay.
Beowulf and Lulin, you can make me intelligence investigation checks. Lulin, I will allow that advantage for having Papa Wolf.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Two sides. of the coin.
Aslan.
I get
No.
a natural 24.
Oh gosh.
Right, so Beowulf gets a 7. Lulin 20 to make 27. Plus 1 to make 28. All right. With a total of 28, you get 3 properties and can improve 2 of them. Roll this
Ooh.
d6. I got a 3, a 4, and a 3. So you find defendable, hidden, and hidden. So you can improve any of those. You can improve 2 of those. You do not have a comfortable campsite, but you can make it comfortable, and you can increase the defendable or hidden for your choices, travel lead.
Let's take a defendable one, and we can make it comfortable.
Okay, excellent. After only an hour, you find your campsite, taking you to 5:30 in the afternoon. You have to wait until 8 o'clock before you can start your long rest. So that gives you 2 hours to waste. Is there anything anyone wants to do? This would be the camp activities. On the Making Camp resource, you can look through all of those. Camouflage camp, cook hearty meal, fortify camp, hunt and forage, keep watch, different stuff like that.
I'll go ahead and fortify the camp.
Okay.
I would go hunt and forage, I guess.
Anyone else have anything they want to do?
Lulin takes off running with Papa Wolf. Last one to the river, rotten egg. She goes to jump in the river.
Yes, having fun.
Anything you want, Taryn?
I'm looking here. I don't see the. I see the traveling.
Oh, I'll share the
there's a
Making
little
Camp.
Down on the bottom.
Oh, there it is.
So
Making
making
camp.
camp, there's a left there, like a bottom. It'll take
There
you
it
to-
is. It
Also-
popped up now.
On the very bottom, there's like a toolbar that has little spaces with those numbers. That's all the F keys. If you drag and drop the shield from like a note or anywhere there's a shield, you can drag and drop it onto those, and then when you click on that, it'll open it up. So that's a good thing
that
to
is
like save your
great.
traveling and make camp and stuff like that.
Oh, I love that. That is so cool.
Wow. Okay, yeah, that's very useful.
Oh, that's very cool. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Okay,
Yep.
Making camp. Yeah, I'll try to improve.
You can improve its comfortability and hidden property.
Let's do. I think hidden is my forte, right? It's a dexterity thing.
Okay. Vishara, is there anything you want to do?
I think Vishara wanted to talk to Taryn real quick, but other than that, not much.
Okay. So, during the travel, y'all performed your duties, responsibilities with no small amount of skill, being exactly where you need to go, making a good 24 miles, along with your refugees. Bashara, once again, off in the back, talking with the people, getting to a sense of familiarity with some of them. Bashara, seems like they're warming up a little bit. You yourself feel a lot more confident, your voice not wavering so much from the horrors that you had witnessed in Elturel. A number of them look towards you as perhaps a hero of sorts, some sort of savior. At the very least, they lean on you for support. You feel yourself drained a little bit, but it's not a bad draining. Feels good to help people. Emotional support maybe comes naturally to you. You have made 2 allied contacts. One is a man with sinewy muscle. Even though he has a very large gut, there is a strength to him, a sort of endurance that anyone can see plainly. Blacksmith. He offers that though his forge in Elturel was broken, he's alive and he at least has that to thank for. No small part to you, Vishara. He's gonna go to Baldur's Gate and he'll find work. He'll apprentice with somebody, perhaps even get on with the local blacksmithing guild, set up his own shop soon enough, and he promises if you should ever find him in Baldur's Gate, he'll give you a worthy discount. And make a note of that. His name is Jaren. Gerren.
Thought there was going to be a J, but okay.
Along with that, you make contact with a little girl. She likes to talk. It seems like she completely forgot about what happened just 2 nights previous. She's all bundles of joy and energy jumping around. Her mother seems quite worn, holding herself steady for her daughter. The daughter loves to talk to you. She even mentions something quite odd. She was at Shiara's market and saw a cloaked figure talking with another, saying, and she repeats, kind of not even realizing what she's saying, perhaps not knowing the significance. The Duke wants it done tonight.
The Duke wants it done tonight. Is that correct?
Yep. She's kind of repeating it like little children might like repeat stuff they hear. She's just saying it, but it sounds significant to you. Like she's playing T-set or whatever and like role playing, and then she just says, the Duke wants it done tonight. And you were talking with her, and she's like, oh, I heard the masked men say that in Shiara's market during the festival.
The Shara will file that away to bring up to the others later.
Okay. Aslan, you have decided to fortify the camp. Please make me a strength athletics check. Beowulf, a wisdom survival check.
Cool.
And Taryn, a dexterity stealth check.
Wow. This is unfortunate.
Wait, what? It didn't post mine.
When you roll dice, it has to go in the chat box, otherwise it doesn't record.
Yeah, I did. It said the DM has stealth tracker info set to hidden. Use the dice tower to make your stealth roll, but I didn't make a stealth roll.
Well, but I did.
Oh, I think that's from Taryn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Try it again once, Aslan.
Oh, that sucks, man. I got a 23. Okay.
Oh. Yeah, I know how you feel. I got a really bad roll.
Oh,
No!
really?
Wow.
Can I clip it to prove that I got it? Because I can clip it.
Go ahead. I'll trust you. What did you get?
I got a 23 because I got an 18
right.
plus 5.
Yep, I believe you. All right.
Oh my gosh,
There's
poor
no
Aslan.
way, dude.
Aslan moves around the camp. You see the muscular flesh underneath his armor as he's moving logs and rocks here and there. Makes the entire campsite a little easier to move around in, as well as providing a defensive barrier, blocking a fire from view, as well as providing an area to hide behind. Easier defend. Beowulf disappears for some time, comes back empty-handed after an hour. Seems like the animals are able to get away from your grasp. You didn't see a whole lot, and that you did see were spooked off pretty easy. Taryn, working behind Aslan, moving about, takes brush, packs it around the campsite, breaks it from line of view. You'd have to be much, much closer to know it was. Overall, you have a very, very nice campsite. Right. Anyone else? Anything else anyone wants to do, or do we want to move on into the rest?
Lulin comes back from the river dripping wet with aqua. And then makes a campfire with her druid craft. And she also wants to ask Vishara a question. She's been thinking about it since the night before. Vishara?
Yes, how can I help you?
There was something you said last night, and I was quite curious to know more about it. You asked me if I was talking to the wolf, and I thought, well, can't you? Don't you talk to animals? I thought everyone does.
No, as far as I'm aware, that's not something that just anybody can do. I mean, like, I hadn't met anybody in Elturel who could do that. And I had lived there my entire life, so...
Oh.
It was honestly quite astonishing to see.
Oh, I guess I always thought that everybody did because, everybody did where I grew up, so... I'm sorry, I assumed that you would know what I was doing. But yes,
Man, I got a pretty good grasp of the situation fairly quickly, but it was fairly startling to wake up to a pack of wolves being right outside the camp.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. At least it wasn't my other friend Beartooth. He's pretty big.
And she laughs, and I can imagine.
Yeah. That would have scared you right out of your bones. Yeah. Well, okay. Well, I'm glad to know that. That's the answer to my question. Thank you.
I'm glad I could help you.
You doing okay today?
I'm doing better today, yeah.
Good. Yeah. Good. You know, I really appreciate you. I've never had a friend before outside of my critters. And I think I would like to be your friend.
She kind of sheepishly, Vishara kind of sheepishly rubs the back of her neck, and I try to make it easy.
Okay. Well, There's some people here I still don't know. I probably should get to know them too. We've got quite a journey still ahead of us.
Feel free to go at your own pace. I know that not everybody is as comfortable around people as I am.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. I wish all the critters around would be here instead.
Well, hopefully not instead, but as well, maybe.
True. Yes, you are right. Okay. I'm so glad Beowulf didn't find anything when he went out hunting. If you killed one of my friends, I'd have to kill him.
I would not enjoy watching that.
I know, right? I'll have to teach him how to eat sufficiently without killing animals. We'll work on that. I'll help them.
I wish you luck.
Thanks. I'm gonna go talk to him.
Okay.
Okay.
And Vishar will turn and actually head over towards Karen.
Okay. Along with that, in the travel, you have consumed 1 ration and 2 quarts. Is it pints? Yeah, 2 more pints of water. Each of your water skins are now empty, and I have deducted your rations appropriately. Just FYI.
Great.
Would anyone like their water skins refilled? I could walk back over to the river.
I can do it myself. That's fine.
If you're headed that way, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. Just hand it to me.
There you go.
Thanks. Papa, do you want to stay here or do you want to come with me?
He paws the ground with like a little slap thing, which you recognize as his way of saying, yes, I'll follow.
All right, well then let's go. We'll get these guys some water.
All right, so everyone can go to their inventory and on water skin type in 4. Left-hand side. That gives you 4 pints for your water skin. Only hold 4.
Okay.
Right. The sun's rays. Go ahead.
When Lulin comes back and hands it first to Beowulf, she says, I'm Lulin. I've never seen an elf with your color skin before. What's your name?
My name's Beowulf. Nice to meet you, I suppose.
Yeah. Right. How did your skin get that color? I didn't know anyone of our kind had purplish skin before.
Oh, well.
Did you roll in some grapes?
Not exactly. Just born this way.
Oh. Wow. It looks good on you. I like it. I've just never seen it before.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sorry. I'm kind of awkward. I'm not used to talking to a lot of people.
I get it. I don't talk to people either, so we're both awkward here. It's understandable.
Yeah. I'll talk to you later.
Sure.
Okay, bye.
Two socially awkward people talking.
That's like me. That's like me in real life.
Exactly.
Okay. And she'll do the same to Aslan and introduce herself.
Lovely to meet you, Lulin.
Hi. Yeah, thanks. I'm sorry I haven't said hello before.
Well, it's been wonderful to meet you so far.
Yeah.
You seem to have gotten very close with that wolf.
Gotten close? No. Been close almost my whole life. This is Papa Wolf. Papa Wolf, meet Aslan.
And how do you do, big man?
He kind of like snaps his jaw up in the air, but it's not an aggressive movement. It's you kind of sense that it's like maybe a little playful, like kind of seems like maybe a way that he might be saying hello.
Aslan would dip his head at him and be like, "Nice to meet you too."
Gives a big snort.
Papa is one of my many closest friends. He and the pack. Pack isn't too far away, but Papa's going to hang around for a while.
And all the better for it.
Yeah. I'm so glad he's here. I can't thank him enough for being here.
Well, a reliable comrade is a comrade of mine.
Oh, that's very kind. Thank you. Let me know if you need anything. I'm just going to go over and take care of the campfire.
And you as well. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Right.
Wow.
So as Lulin went to refresh the water, that would count as hunting and foraging. Foraging for water easy with the River Chanthar. That's another hour. Did anyone want to perform anything during that hour?
I don't think there's anything else we can really do. Is there? Or...
There is still hunting and foraging.
I mean, I could try again, yeah.
You can find more rations.
Yeah, I'll try that again.
Okay, go ahead and make me a wisdom survival check.
Decent.
12. Right. Are you hunting for game, gathering vegetables, mushrooms, or whatever? Or are you looking for water?
Probably hunting for game.
Okay. Beowulf, you go out into the wilderness around looking for any sign of something edible. You know that your party seems to be pretty nicely provisioned. All the same, know that supplies only last so long. Come across little burrow. You catch yourself some game, gaining 2 rations.
Perfect.
You have a total of 11 rations.
Will Lulin see him bring it back to camp?
Yes, probably. Unless you try to hide it, Beowulf.
No, why would I try to hide it? It's game. I mean, it's not like anyone's going to dislike it.
Lulin starts screaming and crying. What did you do? What did you do? No!
Beowulf is confused and kind of like looks towards Bishara, like, and kind of is pointing towards Lulin, like, what's going on? Beowulf is confused.
Bishara, she really likes animals.
Bring them back. You gotta save them. Bring them back.
I don't really know what to say. I mean, we have to eat.
There are things to eat all over the place. I don't require killing anything. I will gladly help you. Bring them back. Bring them back to life. Can any of you help? Please save them.
He's dead. There's nothing you can really do.
I was gonna say these rabbits are already dead, right?
Yeah.
I go over, I grab one, I start skinning it, shove a stick into it, throw it over the fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that with Taryn also.
Lulin takes off running.
Mm.
I'm gonna kind of look towards Taryn and be like, what are we gonna do about that in the future?
I don't know if there's anything we need to do. She's greeting the world with wide, new eyes. This is it's not her world, it's the world.
Can't help but feeling bad though.
Here, have some rabbit. It'll make you feel better.
Yeah. We're so terrible.
You also notice Papa Wolf starting to smell the rabbit cooking, licking his chops, looking greedily at the rabbits. But he looks between the fire and looks at Lulin to the fire. Lulin takes off, and he goes along with her. Lulin, he follows you wherever you go, stops with you, and as you're crying, kneels down on the ground. He's slowly licking away your tears.
Aww. What if that would have been some Bigfoot? That could have been Bigfoot, Papa.
He takes his paw and places it on your voice box.
She casts Speak with Animal. If I can get to my spells.
You say the magical words and perform the somatic components, and the magic takes effect. Begin speaking in low growls, high whines breaking. Speaking with Papa Wolf, he talks to you. Little one, I know. You can't fault the way of nature. It is as normal as the stream flows and the wind blows. You know I myself partake.
You have to, and they don't. And it's different.
It is true. I treasure my friendship with Bigfoot. Never once did I think I would be friends with one of the Stompers. But all the animals understand this.
Yeah. Am I unreasonable?
No. Humans they're different. They dig in the ground and they grow things odd angles. Remember eating corn. Perhaps you can convince them to eat more of that, but I would not take it too closely to heart if they don't. They are their own masters, after all.
Okay.
Just as long as they're not wasteful, I would say, and do proper respect to those of the forest.
Yeah. What am I gonna do if they're not?
Perhaps they'll see just how long my fangs are.
Oh, Papa, thank you. Oh, I think I'm okay now.
Okay.
Probably should get back to camp.
Okay. Whenever you're ready, I will follow.
Okay. Let's go.
And as the day has been brought to dusk, then to night has turned to 8 o'clock p.m., where you can first take your long rest once again. So, long rests a little differently. Let's see. Got...
moment.
All right. So you're out in the wilderness. You're not in a sanctuary, so that works a little bit differently, but you don't got to worry about that because you are not missing any. So Aslan, with camp, you taking a long rest lasts 8 hours, and you can perform activities during that. The only activities that you can perform are light activity, of which all the camp activities would count for that. Doing anything strenuous, such as casting spells, or if like attack something, would be counted as strenuous activity. So that would break your rest, and you'd have to start over. During a rest, you need 6 hours of sleep. So you need to sleep for at least 6 of those 8 hours, and you can do 2 hours of light activity. If you have trance, it's only 4. So like the elves only have to actually do that for 4 hours, sleep or meditate, whatever. So, if we're in like a dangerous area, like you're in a dungeon, I'll get a little bit more into this because it really matters, the timing of when things kind of happen. Otherwise, go ahead and say if there is any camp activity that you would like to perform. This time we'll start with Vishara. Is there a camp activity that you want to perform?
I think at this point she'd just keep watch.
Taryn, is there anything you wish to perform?
No, I don't think there's anything left. Unless I'm missing that, we're just kind of like winding down for the night, right? Gonna do like shifts to watch.
You're beginning your long rest, so you have 6 hours of sleep and then 2 hours of light activity. You can choose to do light activity, or you can just choose to sleep right.
I think I can take first watch and then sleep.
Oh yeah, I should probably watch first. Taryn, and then who will take watch after Taryn?
Vishara will.
Taryn, how many hours? 2 or 1?
I'll do 2.
And Vishara 2 as well?
Yeah, I'll do 2.
Okay. Who will take the next watch? There are 4 hours left.
I can do 2.
Okay. And who will take the last 2?
Aslan.
All right.
Amazing.
Well, we got Aslan, Beowulf, Ulin, Salvatore. Missing someone. Taryn.
I'm doing first watch for 2 hours. Yep. Oh, yeah. Got it.
And then you said you can do like light activities during it, right?
Yep.
Okay. Because I was thinking about like maybe setting up traps before I go on to watch.
Okay. Taryn is going to keep watch. And Vishara, what are you doing?
I think she's just gonna go to sleep.
Okay. Beowulf wants to set up traps. Ulin, what would you like to do?
Disarm his traps.
Well, the traps would be for oncoming danger.
Okay.
Yeah, not like hunting traps.
I'm not that heartless, you know. That heartless.
Oh, that's. Lulin doesn't know.
Finishes a trap, Lulin comes behind and sets it off.
Lulin wants to make sure that Papa has something to eat. So if there's any of that rabbit left.
Okay. And Aslan, what would you like to do on that first hour?
Remember,
maybe you have to
a little
sleep.
bit more. Maybe his muscles are tired from building that camp.
Okay. So, Taryn, does anyone want to do anything different? Remember, you have up to 2 hours. If you have trance, you have up to 4 hours of light activity. Or do you want to just keep with this stuff?
Is there a benefit to light activity?
Yeah, there's different things. So, like, let's see. On that sheet, if you have a magic item, you can attune to it. You can do the camouflage camp. You can cook a hearty meal, so you can actually use, some of your rations to make a meal that will give you more hit die, or more value from using hit die. But you need cook's utensils to do that. You can fortify the camp, hunt and forage. You can identify magic item, keep watch, set up traps, rest and recuperate, tend to the wounded, dress wounds. Like if you have any wounds, tend to the wounded, dress wounds can help. Rest and recuperate if you have an open wound or something like that. Set up traps to make it more difficult for things approaching to get at you. Keep watch would be like the watch order and different stuff like that. Mm-hmm. There's nothing really needed right now. This is more practice than anything.
Okay, then I think that's good.
Okay. Good.
Lulan would also go and amongst the people and see if anybody needed any wound care and make herbal remedies and poultices for anything that would be needed.
Yeah, and as I only need 4 hours, I was gonna ask, who's watching after me?
Aslan.
Yeah, then I would like to help Aslan with his watch then.
Okay.
All right.
All right. You all complete your activities sitting on the ground in your bed sheets. Exactly, bed sheets. Your bed rolls, winding down and allowing the sounds of the wilderness, peaceful and calm around you, lull you into your dreams. Taryn takes the first watch as Vishara goes to sleep. Lulan going around. You can be seen taking something from the fire. You see it's a little bit of rabbit left over. Tosses it over to Papa. Beowulf moving around, setting up some sticks and stones and such, setting up traps. As Aslan rests, bandaging himself up, checking on his little bruises. Beowulf, please make me a wisdom survival check. Taryn, make me a wisdom perception check.
Got it.
Sorry, the spider crawled on me. What were you saying?
Beowulf, please make me a wisdom survival check.
Awesome.
3.
Okay, that's good.
All right, so your traps have a DC of 16.
Nice.
And Taryn looks out, using his halfling eagle eyes to scan the horizon for any sign of danger. Approaching caution. First hour passes. No such incident. The second hour passes. I'll need you to make another perception check, Taryn.
Mm-hmm.
Another 23.
Nice.
Nothing approaches. As night overtakes the world, approximately 10 p.m. in the evening, You hear the sounds of the silent hunters coming out of their dens, looking about for food, lapping at the water from the river Chianthar. The world dies down for some, just as it starts for some others, such as the predators prowl around in the grasslands. You catch sight of a shimmering eye here and there, a shadow suddenly bolt out. No incident. It is time to wake up Deshara.
Right, your go.
Shar, you are awoken by Terran stirring you.
Bashar awakes easily, and is it my watch? And then before Karen goes to sleep, Bashar looks at him and she says, I wanted to apologize for earlier this morning. I didn't mean to intrude on your thoughts.
That was real?
Yeah. That was I saw you get uncomfortable, and I'll try to refrain from doing so.
Yeah, that's quite an invasion of privacy there. Can you read my thoughts too?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I haven't been able to yet.
Yeah, let's go ahead and keep our conversations verbal. That was very intrusive.
Yeah,
I appreciate the apology, and let me know I'm not crazy.
Well, rest well.
All right.
All right, at 10 p.m., Ashara has awoken, ready for her watch. She looks around, seeing many of the others down, ready and sleeping. Beowulf in his trance. Ulin still a little bit awake, not having to go to sleep quite yet. Ashara, please make me a wisdom perception check. 18. You scan around during the night, looking out for anything that might pop out. Danger. Another hour passes in the stillness. Little bits of yawns. Your sleep was broken up right in the middle. Ah, man. But you know what? We need a watch, just in case anything happens. You do hear tales of goblins wandering around here and there. Even the odd orc warband raiding. Probably not, but doesn't hurt to be aware. Keep sight. 11 o'clock p.m. 1 hour passed. Please make me another wisdom perception check. 19. You find yourself kind of ready for it. Oh, a little bit energized in the night. You allow your thoughts to kind of come and go. Allow your thoughts to come and go and remain vigilant, keeping your watch, scanning the horizon. Still, nothing worrisome. everyone, the time has come to wake up the next watch. Beowulf. As midnight.
Right.
Go ahead and wake up Beowulf.
Vishara approaches him cautiously, and Beowulf is trancing or sleeping?
Trancing.
She'll speak softly and it's your watch.
Alright. I'll get up then.
All right. Beowulf, you find a little comfortable area. Scanning out over the horizon. Please make me a wisdom perception check.
Alrighty.
17. Looking out. You're scanning the horizon just as before. Brings to mind some of your conversation with Salvatore. Paying quite close attention, even so. Mind drifts. Remember that letter? Kind of odd. Didn't think too much of it, but he obviously finds it very important. Probably good to make a mental note of that. Man who wished to join the Flaming Fist got denied and ended up joining the Order of the Gauntlet. Interesting. Perhaps he just wants to make a name for himself, looks up to others as heroes from his past. And then... And what is that? You hear a light buzzing sound coming from the northeast.
Okay. So is it like close?
Not super close, but close enough to be of some concern.
Is this like... Is this something that sounds familiar to me, or...
Make me a wisdom... Or no, make me an intelligence nature check.
Alright.
You do know. Sturges. When you look out across the camp, in the darkness of night, you see these small black forms darting this way and that. Kind of pausing in midair, darting down, coming back up. On the hunt. But thanks to the camouflage of your camp, appears they have not spotted it yet. You do anything?
Right. So who has a restful sleep right now? Like,
you.
Just okay. I'm gonna
Lulin?
Yeah. Or yeah, would Lulin have a restful? Because she went to.
Lulin, I had. She needs to complete one more hour.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, then I'm gonna kind of like just walk over to Taryn, tap him on the shoulder, and just like get him up a little bit, and just kind of tell him that there's some sturges. They're on the hunt, but it seems like the camouflage is holding. Just be aware of that. And if I need you, I'll wake you up even more, all right?
Well, I'm awake.
Well, yeah.
I'm not going back to sleep after that. So okay, let's watch him.
Yeah. All right, so Taryn, You stayed up for 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And it is now the 5th hour, and you have woken up, so you cannot complete a long rest.
Okay.
Sorry for waking you up. I feel as if it's just, I gotta...
That's why we got watch. We're good.
Yeah, just gotta have someone with me here in case anything goes wrong.
Sure.
Let's keep watching them, eh?
Sitting low and talking lightly, you watch this small swarm come and go. They have not spotted your camp. They have drifted off. Find something else, some unlucky soul beast out in the wilds. All right, Beowulf.
Thank God.
As the 2nd hour of your watch comes, please make me another wisdom perception check.
Okay, that's better.
A 21 at 2 o'clock in the morning. Nothing else eventful comes. No more sturges, no more danger. Good thing you found this campsite, well defended, and no small thanks to Terran, holding up its camouflage quite well.
Thank God.
And it is time to wake up Aslan.
Alright. And I'm gonna go up to Aslan, I'm gonna get him up, and I'm gonna tap Aslan and be like, hey, it's your watch. I'm gonna be around if you need me, though, alright?
Oh, you got it, buddy. Anything I need to know?
There was a couple of sturges. It seems like they passed, but just be on an eye out in case they come back.
Very well, you've got it. He's like rubbing his eyes. You can tell he's kind of in a dream, but he's slept enough that he's capable of being aware.
Yeah. And just to be clear, I did get a restful sleep, right?
Yep.
All
You
right,
have trance,
perfect.
so you went long enough.
Perfect. So yeah, I'm gonna be with him, keeping watch, as I said.
Okay, and at this time, right before you wake up Aslan, actually, you hear some odd sounds. You look over to see Lulin, who's sitting in a kind of meditative position, eyes closed, whereas before she was just kind of calmly sitting there, unmoving in her trance. She's now twitching, and her eyes kind of closing upon her cheeks harshly. Her head moves side to side jerkily. It seems she's almost like having a nightmare or something. Ulin, in your mind, as you join in on the trance gifted to you and your people by Corellon Lorathian at the dawn of your race, connecting you to visions of his kingdom, suddenly you find there's a dark tinge, dark mask kind of pulled over the brilliant nature. And it slowly melds into an empty blackness. The sounds are muffled, but echoing. The sense upon your skin is that of moisture, high humidity. It's uncomfortable. Not only that, you feel alone. Completely alone. Never in your life have you felt anything like this, not even at the passing of your father. It's not a loneliness like you miss something, it's a loneliness like there is nothing else, no one and no being around. As the two of you sit there watching her, do you do anything?
I gotta ask, where is Papa Wolf right now?
Papa Wolf is sleeping on the ground next to her feet.
Well, I'm gonna kind of walk over to Papa Wolf, and I'm gonna kind of like shake him a little bit to wake him up, and kind of point out Lulin, saying, I think she needs you. I don't know her well, but it seems like you can help her through this, whatever she's going through.
At your touch, his head jerks up, staring right at you, and his teeth come out. But he doesn't growl. He recognizes the situation right away, looks around quickly, and sees Lulin. Lulin, you feel the wetness of a tongue on your cheek. And then the deep, muffled emptiness slowly fades back into what you recognize as reality as you hear light whimpering. You feel the pressure of a paw on your chest.
Lulin opens her eyes and looks at Papa.
He looks extremely worried, and he's wagging his tail very nervously. His hair's kind of on end.
I need to cast speak with animals again.
Yeah. You have finished your long rest, so you would have access to that again.
Okay. So I'll cast it again, and then she'll tell him what you described with her trance.
Okay. That is quite disconcerting. I didn't know you could have nightmares. Thought all the elves just meditated.
Me too. It was so scary. I've never felt so alone.
Oh, don't
It was
worry.
like there was nothing in the world except just me.
Oh, don't worry. I'm right here. Right here. I didn't go anywhere.
Okay.
This is something you should probably wish to speak with your mother on, or someone that knows.
Yeah. Is there a way we could get a message to Mother? Maybe through the pack or something?
Oh, the pack is probably long gone.
Oh,
So I'm sure there would be other methods. Perhaps when you get to the big city.
okay. All right. I'll try to remember. Thanks, Papa. Will you lay next to me?
I will.
Okay. She snuggles up next to him, arm around him.
Right. And we may go to Aslan, who sets down ready for his watch. Aslan, you notice Beowulf remains up as the others are making their light snores and wisps into the night. Lulin is up, but she is not moving around. She's just laying down in comfort next to Papa Wolf. Beowulf is also wide awake. You do anything?
Yeah. Aslan would look over at Beowulf and he'd be like, having trouble sleeping, friend?
You could say that. Just don't know.
It can be difficult with the darkness and with noises and everything going all around us, but promise you you're in safe hands if you wish to sleep.
Yeah, I feel rested enough. I might as well just stay awake. Be some use.
Well, I do appreciate the company.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Well, how about you tell me about yourself?
Well, not really good at that per se, but I'll try my best. Beowulf, you know me. Let's just say I was a recently recently became a flaming fist. Don't really know what much else to tell you.
Surely you've come from somewhere.
Well, yes. Place I came from, Baldur's Gate. Where I came from before that, well, it's not around anymore.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Would have happened sooner or later, I feel like. I mean, Elturel, that city was pretty old, and yet in a day, it crumbled.
Well, how I'm choosing to look at it. Some things will crumble and fall, but some other things will rise. And when you consider things like that, these great tragedies don't seem so bad after all. I've seen people come back from everything. I think this will be the same.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Guess you, know how to talk to people, huh?
Well, I've had plenty of experience. And I figured being a soldier, it's part of the forte.
Good to know. Glad to be able to have you.
Glad to have you on my side as well.
All right, Aslan, please make me wisdom perception check.
Okay.
Would it be possible for me to help him out getting watch?
Yeah. So
Would he roll with advantage, or would I roll too?
yeah, you can help him, and then he would have advantage.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be helping him out.
And it's a good thing you did. Okay.
Oh
Another-
my god!
So another way you can do that is on the bottom left where those dice are, you can hit the ADV, and then when you roll it, will roll with it.
The
Yeah.
only thing is, with that way, how do we make it so that it's rolling specifically our perception?
You just click it. Like, hey, I just clicked it now, and then I'm gonna roll it, and it automatically does it. So you see,
You would do it the same as before.
Yep. Yeah.
You click the advantage, and then you double click on your skill, and then it would proc the advantage. It
Yeah.
should.
Okay, beautiful. All right.
Yeah, it worked. So,
Otherwise, does shift do that?
I think so. I think it was shift. Maybe control.
I don't know what.
No.
I tried shift, alt, and
I'll look it
I don't
up
think
later.
there's a shortcut key. Okay. So, Aslan, as you begin your watch, find yourself kind of distracted in conversation with Beowulf. Talking about origins and a little bit of small talk, just trying to get on some basis of familiarity. Good enough, an hour passes and you're like, oh shit, I wasn't keeping watch like almost at all. But luckily, nothing has come forward. As it hits 3 a.m., I need you to make me one more perception check. You can make this one with advantage if Beowulf is helping.
Yep, as always.
Oh, there you are.
Way better.
Kind of slapping yourself a little bit, like, oh, come on, you gotta keep an eye out, man. Another hour passes. And as the darkness slowly fades into the golden rays of light, 4 a.m. comes. You all benefit from a long rest. It's time to wake up and break your fast as well as breaking down camp.
Is that Taryn as well? You said, didn't you say earlier that I wouldn't get a long rest?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Nobody was missing any HP though, so
Gotcha, yeah.
you didn't use any features or anything, so it's all right.
Okay, cool.
All right. So we wake up in the morning. Is there anything anyone wants to do, or do we want to move on?
At this point, Aslan's like a kid on Christmas. I mean, he's stoked to get going, and he felt bored that night because there was only one person to talk to. He really gets his energy from being around people, so he's busting them about. He's picking everything up, getting everybody ready, patting everybody on the back. He's all excited. Let's go, my friends. We have a journey to take.
One of the refugees actually says, "What's gone into that one? Hasn't been saying much on the way yet. Oh, it's too early for this shite."
My friend, being restricted by the morning slumber will only hold you back in life. We need to get ahead.
I've been held back long enough and I'm comfortable with it.
Well, cheers to that, my friend.
Cheers. Yeah, I'll be up. Okay, so do we want to do more of the in-depth travel, or do we want to fast travel to Baldur's Gate?
How many more times would we be doing this per se?
So the total distance is, let's see. Have that it's 35. Might be.
I'm fine with either way. We can skedaddle on over, or we can.
Yeah.
Play.
What I would say like a mix. In the sense of like we're pretty much fast traveled there, but like in the sense of fast traveled to where it would only take an extra day to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, so like we're just like doing our rolls, making sure that we have everything going well.
Yeah, so we literally just pretty much fast travel there, so we're like a days away, so we can just do the last travel, and then we're at Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, just to break character and everything. I would love to kind of move along. The last session was all of this as well, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so that's why
I
I'm saying,
do
like,
I do want to expedite it to kind of get there. I don't want to skip over if this is something you guys want. Okay, so it's a total of almost 8 days traveling at a normal pace on foot, and this is the 3rd day.
Yeah, I feel like
there'd be a bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So
Okay.
I would say like maybe like fast forward us like the 7th day or something like that.
And if there's encounters or something we need to do or get caught in, like I'm down with that. But
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use your chosen travel activities from the last time. So you're just going to be traveling at that pace.
Cool.
But let's see. It's actually you traveled. Oh, it's 187. That's why. Okay, I see. I know what I did. All right, so I'm just going to roll for random encounters to see if anything happens, and then we'll go over that. Otherwise, we're just going through.
Okie dokie.
I feel like everything will be uneventful. Just some nice walking. But I'm known to like jinx things, so
Oh, would that bird have come back from taking a message to Ulan's mother?
Probably.
Okay.
I don't know exactly where Luskin is. I don't have it on this map, but yeah. Yeah, you guys are lucky, I guess. Not rolling anything.
Don't say lucky yet. Don't say lucky because you're going to jinx yourself.
On the third day, traveling about, Beowulf and Lulin scouting ahead. You see a group of sturges.
Okay.
As you are trudging along ahead, spot you.
Oh.
I need Beowulf and Lulin to make me initiative roll.
Oh. Oh.
Should I?
Everything's going to be all right.
Scouting ahead is a dangerous activity, and they have found that out as the Sturges take notice of them. Put you guys on this map. It's up to you what you want to do. There is always an opportunity to flee if you want to make it back to your party. That.
Okay.
And I have the map all messed up. All right. Beowulf and Lulin, I now have you on the map. Everyone else should be able to see. And we start with unidentified creature 2, who is going to use flying movement and a dash action. Get right next to Lulin. Another Sturge moves up directly next to Beowulf. A third moves up in between them. They all use dash actions, and we go to Beowulf's turn. What do you do?
Okay, so pretty much my previous roll to figure what they were. Does that apply here? Or should I do that again?
You know that these are Sturges, but you can roll again if you are proficient with nature in order to see if you know anything more.
Okay. So I'm not exactly proficient. The Blood Hunter does get advantage to recall information about things.
Yes, okay.
So would that cancel it
That would
out,
be-
or?
Is that? Is...
Yeah. I'm not sure if that applies to everything, but...
Okay, you have advantage on wisdom survival checks to track fey, fiends, or undead, as well as on intelligence checks to recall information about such creatures. These are neither fey,
Okay, so-
fiends, nor undead.
Okay, so then I would need proficiency. Okay, then from what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna attack the one in the middle here.
Okay. So control left click on the one that you're targeting, and then go ahead and make your attack.
Did it show up, or?
Yep.
All right. Not
That
bad.
is a
Okay.
17, which hits. Roll damage.
Okay, not bad.
Beowulf, in a fluid motion, whips out his battle scythe from his back and swipes it out in front of him, leaving the Sturge in two, falling to the ground. What else you got?
All right. So with just it's just, no, I won't do that yet. I don't really have any bonus actions, so that's my turn.
Okay. That takes us to the last Sturge across the way, who moves right into position where the other Sturge fell. Lulin, you have received initiative. What are you doing?
I want to try to talk to it.
Okay. Lulin, you cast Speak with Animals on yourself once again. And you hear 3 diminutive voices. Blood! 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 I smell blood! These ones are alive! Quick! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him!
No, not us, please. Please don't hurt us.
Oh, what? Oh, you speak?
Peaceful.
Oh,
Yes.
but it's so tasty. I want a taste. Give me a taste. Give me a taste. Come on, give me a taste.
No. We can't do that. Please, be kind. She tries to convince him. I don't know.
All right, make me a persuasion check.
And then with
Charisma.
the charisma, it would be with advantage because of the beast thing.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Advantage.
With a 17, the Sturge replies, well, if we can't have you, then where? Who? What?
I'm sure that there's a sick animal somewhere nearby. Humans are not to be attacked.
Sick doesn't taste so good.
I'm sorry, but it is the way of things. It is the way that it should be. Go on now.
You hear the other Sturge. Oh, come on, Bloop. We'll find someone else. These ones, talk too much. Hungry. Blood. And they actually fly off, surprisingly.
Huh.
Beowulf, this whole time, she's just making like sounds. And then you see the Sturges fly off, and you're like, what the fuck?
Literally. Like, literally. Yeah.
You see, you don't need to kill animals all the time.
I'm just gonna look down at the one that I already killed.
I could have saved it.
Well, I mean, it's self-defense. You do have to understand that.
What do you think? What I just did? Do you not call that self-defense? I killed it.
I mean, I
You are.
guess. All right.
She also does a little druid craft and gives you a little skunk smell under your nose.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna grab the body of the Sturge. I'm gonna take it with me. It's small enough, right?
Yeah. The 2 halves of the Sturge.
Yep. And that's a question. Will I know if you can eat it?
Make me a nature check. You take the pieces of the Sturge, kind of pause for a little bit, looking at it. Bring it up to your nose, slowly sniff it. It smells horrible. But you know what? It's an animal. It's a beast. Like, meat's meat in some sense.
So it is meat.
All right. Well, I'll put it in my bag and kind of just hold on to it. Maybe show it off to Taryn.
All
Good
right.
meal.
You make your way back to the others as they finally catch up, and you see a sight in front of you begin to open up on the horizon. Moment. As you crest a gentle hill, a collective gasp fills the air, some out of wonder, some out of relief. There, sprawled across the horizon, is the sight many have been yearning for, the great city of Baldur's Gate. Its towering walls and spires casting long shadows that dance in the waning light. Even at this distance, the city seems to buzz with an indomitable life force, a stark contrast to the emptiness left by Elturel's tragic fall. You see Dusthawk Hill, a prominent landmark rising stoically from the plains. Its modest height would be forgettable in a different context, but here it serves as a sentinel, watching over the great city in its constant struggle between law and chaos, good and evil. Its slopes appear untamed, covered in brush and rock, a raw embodiment of the wild land that stretches beyond the city's structured walls. For a moment, all challenges and burdens seem to lift from your shoulders. At last, you have reached within sight. It's taken a few days, and your feet are sore, and your resources taxed. But the refugees who had been following you look toward the city with eyes alight with hope. Rhea Mantlemorn and Lauren Singsteel share a glance, both seemingly comforted and energized by the light. Even Papa Wolf seems to sense the gravity of the moment, his keen eyes focused intently on these distant walls. It's as if for this fleeting second you can almost forget the dark forces that conspire within and beyond those walls. Yet, even as you feel your spirits buoyed by this sight, you can't shake the truth that gnaws at each of you. Baldur's Gate may offer temporary respite, but it will also bring new challenges, perhaps new enemies and more layers to this intricate tapestry of your quests. The memory of what happened in Elturel lingers. The cultists. The companion turning black. A little bit of ominous tidings and whispers nagging at you. Perhaps you'll find answers within. As you're moving up into the city, you come into the outer city, a slums, with all the sights and smells. Taryn, please meet me in the whispers.
Okay, I don't know what...
I gotcha. There we are. Hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Taryn, as you're moving through these slums, you know exactly what to look for.
Right.
You're keeping an eye out. You see fellow Thieves Guild person kind of off in the distance. They have not taken notice of you, but you see the markings and the signs of somebody, you know, keeping an eye out for a certain territory.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get a little bit closer, he looks at you. Do you do anything?
Yeah, so at this point, and remind me, is it Iron Fist, Iron Mask? Iron Mask. As he's Waterdeep, right?
He's Baldur's Gate.
Oh, he's Baldur's Gate, right.
Yep.
I'm sorry, and we're in Baldur's Gate. Okay.
Yep.
For some
So
reason,
you're
I
on
keep
your
saying
home
water.
turf.
I'm on my home turf, and I'm a fellow guild member, and he's watching out for terror. He's just like scouting.
So, you know, like, the Thieves Guild is all one big guild, but even so, there's different, like, crime lords in different areas. So it's not uncommon for there to be, like, lookouts, just keeping an eye in case any crime lord, like, tries to overstep themselves into a different territory. Like some are more about protection, some are more about money racketeering, some are more about thieves. You know, the outer city, there's thievery everywhere.
Right. Okay. And the question was whether or not I let him know or
Yeah.
go
So
in,
like you still kind of got the dust and everything from the road. And you still got like the bit of getup that you wore to Elturel to remain kind of incognito. So you're not like outwardly wearing anything identifying. So if you want this guy to know that you're part of the guild, you would have to give him a sign with something like thieves can't.
Yeah, my head's going. I do know thieves can't. So my head's kind of thinking like, well, Iron Mask sure would like to probably talk to me, and maybe I can get some marching orders from him, right? That's kind of my boss, right? Given the backstory and everything.
Yep.
So if I, or maybe I would wait, like I don't know much about the Thieves Guild and all that kind of stuff, just out of character. But I might just wait till I find one of my own or find a chance to slip off and
Gotcha.
to my own. But my intent would be to let Iron Mask know I'm back and alive.
Okay. You do so, and the figure notices you and then almost kind of scanning, probably not even like seeing you right away, but all of a sudden you catch his eye, and he watches as you give the thieves can't signs flawlessly, moving about, your hands kind of twitching at your side, doing things that just seem like, you're just like fidgety. But he sees, and then you just see him nod his head and keep going about his business.
Great.
Come back.
Can everyone
secret
make me
bunch.
a wisdom perception check?
Everyone?
Oh.
Everyone.
Okay. I'm a little worried now, but
I pressed the wrong button. I dropped out of fantasy.
no.
Hold on, sorry. I thought I was closing the map.
man, nothing like y'all saying we're gonna go away for some secret talk, and then can everybody roll perception? What's going on? What's going
not
on?
worried at all that I rolled a 7.
What's going on? What's going on?
Your characters know nothing.
Ah!
Can I use my inspiration to reroll?
Sure.
Overwhelming fear, just whoosh. Something bad.
Better.
Ooh,
Nice.
there you go. Oh boy, my cat just jumped on my lap. I legally can't move now.
All right. You all move within the outer city. As you get closer to the city itself, approaching its walls, and a large gate in front of you to the next scene.
No boy.
See this open up before you. A large city on a port. Out of bits of smoke and stuff rising from it. Imposing walls. Crowded streets. see stuff.
It's updating for everyone. Because I have a black.
Yeah, I've got a black screen too.
It
Okay.
probably takes some time to load.
Yep, wait
That's
for
what I
it
was
to
Like,
come
just
up.
give it a second.
Yep. If it's city that we're meant to be looking at.
I got the blue ring loading for me too.
Oh boy.
Ring of Death.
Oh no, I have too many bad memories about the red ring.
And I'm here to bring them all back.
No.
Something Aslan would never do.
If you're the hero, you're gonna want to play a villain, and if you're a villain, you're gonna want to play the hero.
Yeah.
Guys, while we're waiting, I'm so sorry. I always forget. How do I bring back the forefront? I just have the Baldur's Gate thing.
Bring back the what?
Like all the other stuff. I just have like the screensaver, the backdrop.
Oh,
You gotta
double click on your token on your character sheet, which is the top right image on your character sheet, and it should open up whatever map you're on. I'm about to put you on it.
Okay.
Whoa, the chase scene.
All I see are dice and the background. I
There
don't
we
see
go.
like
Okay, now double click on your token and open it up.
Yeah, I don't have.
There we are.
Okay, there I got it. I got it. Great. Gosh, I feel like this could be a little more intuitive, or I could be a little less stupid.
We have a lot of
well.
tokens on this map, so it's gonna take a little bit to load.
Yeah, mine's just loaded, so.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh man.
Oh wow.
Probably should not have this many tokens on one map, but
Oh gosh.
Worth a try. It definitely paints a scene.
Yeah, I mean, try doing this on Roll20 and it just dies. I'm surprised
Yeah.
Fantasy Grounds can even do it.
Someone's microphone is chirping.
I think that's a fire alarm.
Like
That's probably mine's. It does that. Yeah.
It's not. I know it sounds like a fire alarm, but Beowulf has had trouble with his mic doing that before.
Yeah, the problem is I've taken out the batteries in my smoke alarm and fire alarm and stuff, and it still goes off, so I don't know what it is.
Wait, what?
It keeps a small charge so that you can't do that and you don't die in a fire.
Yeah.
I would highly recommend it. I think it might. I don't know if my speakers are really good, but it sounds like it might be coming from me too. So forgive me. They started like about an hour ago.
Oh.
That's why I started hearing them.
Okay.
So are all these tokens including the refugees we came with, or?
These are different refugees. So as you approach, you see a large crowd congregated before this gate. Those of you native know it by its name, the Basilisk Gate. Welcome, because you are now standing before a veritable nest of rats and vipers clinging to the rocky slopes overlooking the Chianthar River. From their high perches in the upper city, the local nobles, known as patriarchs, gaze down with veiled contempt upon the common rabble in the grimy lower city, which hugs the foggy harbor. The whole of Baldur's Gate reeks of blood, crime, and opportunity. One can easily fathom why pirates and traders are drawn to this place like flies to a carcass. Following the river farther east would eventually lead you to Elturel, capital of the Holy Land of Elturgard. Or at least that was the case until a few days ago. The flood of refugees from Elturel has gotten worse since news first arrived that the city had fallen. Everyone is saying Baldur's Gate is next, but no one truly knows who or what has claimed Elturel. That is, perhaps, besides you. The Patriarchs pay a mercenary army called the Flaming Fist to protect their interests in Baldur's Gate, and by extension the city itself. The Flaming Fist has gained even more power since the charismatic leader Elder Ravengar claimed the title of Grand Duke a few years ago. But he is now missing, having gone to Elturel on a diplomatic mission. And in his absence, the Flaming Fist has sealed the city's gates to staunch the flow of refugees. It appears no one is allowed in or out. And thus is where many of you find yourselves now. Whether attempting to leave, find refuge within, or plainly just caught in the crowd, all of you are now stuck shoulder to shoulder between the mess of bodies dammed up before the Basilisk Gate along the city's eastern wall. A structure which takes its name from the various statues that rest in its niches and perch atop its battlements. Unseen beyond the sealed Basilisk Gate, a dirt road stretches through the outer city slums to the bridge known as Worm's Crossing, then to distant realms beyond. Dozens of Flaming Fist soldiers are trying to control this angry mob. Caught within the multitude of bodies and voices, you are beginning to get jostled more and more. Let us in! Let us out! Move! You can't do this! Please, we need sanctuary! The crowd seems to be turning more and more aggressive, perhaps even violent. You each see it in the same instant. Someone in the crowd throws a rotted cabbage at the man in the eye patch upon his horse. Cheers swell as the mob surges again, this time with more force. He shouts for arms, and you see all the soldiers draw their blades. They step forward to both sides of the crowd to shouts and cries. Yells of pain echo into the air as the soldiers smash their pommels and guards into faces and bodies, beating the crowd back. You also spot the one-eyed captain as he wades directly into the fray, beginning to throw punches himself. Just another day in the City of Blood. What do you do?
So, maybe the gate's not our best bet.
Get me out of here. I don't like this.
We have to help them. They're being bloodied up there. Aslan would stride off towards the crowd of soldiers and people being hurt.
That's not a good idea. I guess we can't just leave him alone.
Plan. I'm back.
You might want to stay here. I'm gonna make sure Aslan doesn't get into too much trouble. And Beowulf is gonna kind of run after Aslan to kind of stick with him.
Okay. So, right now you do have freedom of movement.
All right.
All right. Everyone could stop. Aslan and Beowulf, you are up close, seeing as the flaming fist begin crashing into the crowd. The rest seem to be waiting behind, not sure what to do. I need everyone to roll me initiative.
All right. Okay, not bad.
Dirty 20.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's
That's not a dirty 20.
Right on
No, Aslan.
I had, dude. I'm telling you, I rolled on the table and it bounces off the table, and then I get a 17, and then I roll back on the table and I get a 2. Whatever. I'll stick
Aslan,
with 2.
it just hates you. It just doesn't like you.
It doesn't want me to get on the table with good rolls.
Oh man.
All right, we begin at the top of the order with Vishara. Do you do anything?
This round, I don't think so.
Okay. I'm gonna make the flaming fist a different color just so that they can be identified. It's not necessarily that they're enemies, necessarily. Okay. Lulin, do you do anything?
Yep. Lulin is getting really upset, so she stomps her foot down and thunderclaps to try to get people's attention to calm down.
Right. Oh no.
We'll go.
My thing is loading again. There we go. Okay.
My thunderclap won't go in.
It's going.
It's going. It's going.
Yeah, I
It's
see
logging
it.
me out.
You clicked it a lot to We got
Okay.
it. Okay.
Oh, thunderclap.
Yeah, fuck about it.
Sorry, it just didn't show until
All
just
right.
now.
So, thunderclap. Creatures within 5 feet must succeed on a Constitution save or take 1d6 thunder damage. So that would affect Vishara and the halfling commoner next to you.
Vishara, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Right. Vishara saves. However, wait, no, the commoner saves. Vishara actually fails the saving throw.
Oh.
Please roll the 1d6 damage, Lulin.
Oh no, Vishara.
Where am I?
I can't wait to just see 6.
All right.
That'd be horrible.
Vishara, you hear this deafening thunderclap sound across as Lulin's hands clap together above her head. The wave of force smacks into you, and you take 5 points of thunder damage. This sound is almost deafening, and many of the refugees hush down and turn to look at the origin of the sound. Lulin, please make me a persuasion check. With a 16, many of those figures at the gate calm down and kind of stop what they're doing. The flaming fist make a few more smacks. But other than that, crowd seems to have settled. And the Flaming Fist kind of drags some people off the way as it returns to a relatively calm space. Beowulf and Aslan. You have moved up, but you sense that the situation has changed. The Flaming Fist are no longer having to beat back an unruly mob. And the refugees are kind of standing a little further back, though they are not surging forward anymore, and they're a little bit calmed down. They are brooding nonetheless, and we are out of initiative order.
Cool.
Could I listen around to hear what people are saying?
Yes, you hear a whole bunch of complaints. All this way to Baldur's Gate and they won't even let us in. What? But we have no more food. They must let us in, they must. Trusted to a Balduran to keep Elturel out. They probably had a part in this, I tell you.
Wants to go up and talk to the soldiers.
Okay.
She wants to ask what's going on.
Easy there, get back. No entry.
No, I wouldn't dare think of trying to force my way. I just wanted to ask, what, kind of what's happening. We've had a long travel here. And just want to know, why the gate is closed.
Long travel, eh? You and everyone else. Gates are barred shut for
Yeah,
now
I know.
until further orders.
Can you tell me more about that?
Well, look around. Look at all these people. You're gonna come in and make a mess of the place, eat up all the food? We understand something's happening. Everyone felt the surge of the Chiantha. All I know is we gotta be smart about this. We want to get ahead of it. Plus, there's more murders in the streets. Likely the refugees coming in, needing food.
Oh, so there's been more murders in the streets, really?
Aye. Refugees started coming in a day or two ago. Since then, there's been a lot of murders. More than usual.
Odd. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is there a possibility, though, that it could be linked to what happened in Elturel and not a case of all of these people?
Listen, I'm just a soldier. I just follow orders. All right, I gave you everything I know. Now, please step back.
All right. And she tries to give him a flower and says thank you. Smiles at him.
You're all standing. Apologize for the silence, just doing some stuff on the side. You're all kind of standing in this crowd, confused as to what's going on. A lot of the refugees that you have come along with beside you. You're kind of just standing there, listening to some of the people as they're all kind of complaining about their current situation.
I say, hey guys, this way. I kind of
Okay.
signal to everyone and lead them out and around.
Vishara is kind of like reeling for a second after catching that thunderclap. And is like rubbing her ear and will cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
What did you cast?
Cure wounds.
Cure Wounds?
Cure wounds. Okay.
Right, Vishara, you are brought back up. And you all see as Terran begins following shady figure. One looking a little bit like a vagrant off to the south, circling around the crowd. Right. I'll make your way over there on the map.
Sorry, I didn't hear you, Nomad. What did you say?
You see Terran kind of following off to the south, this vagrant figure, shady figure. I have the arrow marked on that, so if you want to make your way over there on the map.
Oh,
Tokens.
okay. I'm following Aspen here.
There we go.
Just to let you know, the Fantasy Grounds is getting like really laggy for me. Just to let you know.
Yeah, I think it's all the tokens that I have. I'll get rid of them.
Yeah. Just a few should be able to do good.
I guess it does take up that much space. Fighting with that too. Sorry about this. I definitely won't be putting this many tokens on a map again.
No, it's completely fine.
That's all right. Live and learn.
Yep.
There we go. Okay.
Oh man, I got a big thing of lag, and then it, and then it really cleared out.
There we go. All right. You follow this figure off to the south around the crowd, and it stops a good distance away from this gate down to the south, and then it stops, and he waits for you all to catch up. He looks back, and it seems like he was expecting Terran. And then looks around to the rest of you congregated. And gets a little, kind of cocksure smirk on his face.
Say, they're with me. Don't worry, they helped me get to where I am today. Or, they helped me get back from Elturel.
All well and fine. Might be a little more expensive.
What's the cost? We understand, and there are people who will be paying good money to hear the story I have to tell.
His mouth opens wide, and you see a number of golden teeth, which is actually kind of surprising in a sense. He looks like a very poor man, a vagrant, a beggar of sorts. Gold teeth. He's got to have something. Oh, I'm sure he knows something.
Delivering us to safety and having our story told would be very valuable. Several people.
Extremely. Seem like you've been on the road for a bit.
Yeah, they would reward you accordingly.
What is it you're looking for? Get inside?
Yeah, I think get inside, we can make our way around past that.
Yeah, I can do that. There's ways. Tell you what. I'll get you inside. You tell me what it is you know about the happenings from the east. Real nice and quick like.
Let's walk and talk. And we kind of, is that something he might do? Could we just kind of walk and talk and just kind of fill him in on?
Make me a persuasion check, Taryn.
Oh, it is not my thing, but I will.
Walking and talking's definitely doable, but it's the destination I'm kind of worried about. See, I work with quite a few unruly types, you might say. You learn to keep your secrets close. There's a lot of value in that. Value including your life. We walk and talk, sure. Might find out some information, but you might withhold some. How do I know you're not just gonna go inside when I show you where the entrance is? And skip out on our little deal.
All right, so we started we'll start telling you the story now, and you'll have inside knowledge be incredibly valuable to you, and you let me know if you think it's. How do I want to put this? Because I myself am a thief and kind of used to working with the guys. So I think we kind of just start telling him a little bit about it and bait him a little bit and say, if you want to hear more, we got to be on the inside. I don't have time for this.
All right. His face expresses nothing. It's just deadpan. But those of you who are observant sees his eyes just twinkling. He's very happy at his fortune. Oh, that's a juicy couple bits right there. You were in Elturel. Wow. I'll have to learn more about that. All right, yep. I suppose I can show you. Come on, follow. It's not too far. And then he turns and walks, expecting you all to follow. What specifically do you tell him?
I tell him that, I tell him that I was there for the fair. Happened to meet these fine folk there. We had greatness thrust upon us. Ravenclaw gave a speech. Assassins, cult members swooped in. We fought them. We ran. As the city crumbled behind us. And then we brought some refugees here.
traveling along the wall, he pauses, turns back and says, "The city fell? How the hell did that happen?"
The sun, I don't remember exactly what happened. I don't know if the sun fell into it. But it's like nothing you've ever seen before, nothing you can imagine. Fire, brimstone, sulfur, hellish in every way. Forces, great forces at work. Forces beyond anything I've ever seen or could comprehend.
So the bastard's second son crashed into him. Wonder how many years that was coming. All right. Well, sir, I thank you very kindly for your information. And then he like takes a step back and like touches a part of the wall where you see it moves like a piece of fabric. And you could not see it before, but it's like perfectly disguised as part of the wall. It's very small. You can get through it very easily, Taryn. The others kind of have to crouch and kind of, you know, move through. The section in the wall that's been revealed is definitely kind of cramped. But you move through.
Great amusement.
Yeah, Taryn's just like striding from one side to the other, doing circles and laps. But you get through, squeeze your way through, and you do end up on the other side. I'm just gonna have you here for argument's sake.
Okay.
And the man comes up behind you. All right. And then as you get to the other side, man announces, "Well, welcome to the City of Blood, Baldur's Gate. Any of you haven't been here before, keep a sharp eye out. Danger around every corner. Pleasure doing business with you."
And you. Fare thee well. See you in the shadows.
Tell you what, I have something you might be interested in. Call it a favor of pleasurable exchange, if you're open to hearing it.
My curiosity's piqued.
This recent refugee crisis stoked a lot of fear in Baldur's Gate, mainly the Patriarchs. You know how it is in the lower city. A lot of people fear Baldur's Gate's gonna suffer the same fate as Elturel. Information you give me is quite interesting. Could open some locks and doorways. Well, you only confirm much of that we've been hearing, and more worrisome is the missing presence of the Grand Duke. I've never been too keen on that man, but if anything, it leaves a large power vacuum, and I may be too paranoid for my own right, but I think there's lines to be dotted there. I don't think it's mere coincidence that his disappearance just so happens to have been at the same time as current events. Diplomatic mission, eh? So, the Flaming Fists has been forced to deal with an entirely different problem. The pests. Knights of Elturel that call themselves the Hell Riders. More like rodents. Few of them escape the destruction and think we're somehow to blame for Elturel's downfall, bringing no small measure of refugees from Elturel, believing it their responsibility to take them in. So you, yes, I have not mistaken you, as he points to Rhea. You might want to keep that hidden. They're being arrested on sight, but that's left the Flaming Fists very short-handed to deal with another problem. And if you're interested, I could actually use a little bit of your help on this. For where there is a power vacuum, there is space to rise up. And we in the Thieves Guild repay our debts very handsomely.
I would say anything that puts the nobility at unease, I'm interested in exploring.
Ah, yes. You get to her first. Report back to me. I like to hang out around this area. I can make my way inside the city quite easily, though I can't do it for too long. You know the territory disputes. We'll meet in this area. I'm the one in charge getting refugees in and out for the right price.
Always.
There's a contact. Name's Tarina. She hangs out at Elf Song Tavern so far. If you can find her and gather some information about where these cultists that are terrorizing the city are holed up, I'll make sure to make it worth your while.
Right. Tarina at the Elf Song,
Tarina at the Elf Song.
and looking to understand why the cultists came up.
Oh, yeah, that's the Flaming Fist. They're busy taking care of the refugees, don't have time to take care of the cultists killing everyone.
Uh-huh.
Their activity has gone up. Again, I don't believe in mere coincidence. There's something going on. And my cell boss wishes to know more.
And would I know his cell boss? I would.
Yes.
I mean, I would.
Yep,
Okay.
you would know the different cell bosses.
And who would that cell boss be? Who do you work for? What guild or what division or whatever they're called? Sorry, I don't know much about it.
Yep. Timask. In the outer gate, in the outer city. Make me a history check, Taryn.
Okay.
Timask is one of the crime bosses in the guild that works out of the outer city, mainly dealing in thievery, ransoming. Thievery, ransoming, and what's the word for? My mind is drawing a blank. The word for like elite, bringing illegal goods in and out of the city.
Smuggling.
Smuggling, yeah, smuggling.
Mm-hmm.
So
To be fair,
thievery,
Taryn said it first.
ransom, and smuggling.
Okay. And then I sort of in thieves can't. Come on, man. Did I do it? Did I do it right?
Yep.
Okay. So thieves can't kind of being like the common language, or seems common language, but you're conveying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you let's see.
Don't we have another wolf? Or, another rogue? Isn't Beowulf a rogue, or am I wrong?
No.
Oh.
That's a possible multi-class, but not right now.
All right, can everyone make me a perception check?
Oh boy. Let's hope my dice rolling actually. Woo! This is why I keep rolling dice on the mat. Eventually the luck rubs off on the actual rolls. At this point, I'm an honorary rogue, I feel like.
Okay. After speaking and kind of proposing this little quest of sorts from this guy, suddenly you notice his entire demeanor change. He goes from kind of sly and cocksure to like probably feeling like, you know, he has complete control of the situation, whatever. He's in familiar territory and completely comfortable with what's going on, to suddenly bristling, and his posture kind of like freezes up, and he starts acting like he wants to get out of here. Yeah, so if you get that quest, I should be around, or else there'll be another contact. Tell him you have something for Zodge. Well, there's plenty of other refugees out there. I really should be going. I have a job to do.
All right. Thank you, and we'll meet again.
Yeah, maybe, or someone else. There's plenty of others that work for Timesk.
I'm sure. Yeah. All right. Well then, whoever it may be, then.
All right. Well, good luck in the city. And then he like turns, takes off, slips back into the cleverly disguised hole to the other side of the city. And you are now within Baldur's Gate, of which I am going to shoot. Stuff. This map. So you are all right here at the Basilisk Gate. Taryn has gotten news of looking for a figure named Tarina at the Elf Song Tavern. It is, I would say, uh, 11 a.m. right now.
All right.
What do you want to do?
I believe we're looking to Terran for this.
So, guys, let me explain. I've dabbled in a bit of thievery myself. I know my way around Baldur's Gate and its shadier sides. So that's kind of how I was able to get us in. And I don't know about you, but I'm pretty curious about what's been happening. It seems we have at least some sort of tie-in with the Cult of Bane. We have an opportunity here to investigate, maybe eradicate, and just see exactly what is going on. And I'll tell you, when the nobles are worried, as they might be, resources being redirected to refugees instead of their coffers, there's opportunity here in a city like this.
I'm not against taking up work like that, but I'm not sure if everybody else is going to be comfortable with that.
Yeah, I'm not asking anyone to steal anything. Not asking anyone to murder anyone innocent. I wouldn't do that either. The murdering part, anyway. All I'm saying is let's keep unraveling. We have this thread. Let's keep pulling it. I've got a curiosity. And we're talking about cultists here. We're talking about cultists who ambushed Ravenclaw. We're talking about cultists who may be behind the sinking of a city for all we know. We don't know. I just want to know more. And I'm sure you do too.
Yeah. All right. Well, you lead the way here. I'll be behind you.
Hey. So you have received the quest to find Tarina at the Elf Song Tavern, see what information she has come up with about the cult. Apparently, there is a certain cult in Baldur's Gate that their activity has risen up recently after the refugees have started coming into the city. It's basically just leaving people dead in the streets, and the Flaming Fist is hard-pressed to take care of multiple things going on. They are trying to keep all the refugees out, trying to hunt down Hell Riders and clap them up in chains. It apparently is leaving them thin, unable to take care of these cultists as they otherwise might be. And you have reached level 2.
Oh, that's amazing.
All right.
Celebrate good
So-
times, come on.
You are going to have to finish a long rest in order to benefit from the level up. This brings us very close to the end time. Do you want to do that level up real quick?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, do
okay.
it.
So, let's start. Who wants to go first?
For HP then?
Sure.
Or okay, I mean, I guess I'll roll my D10.
Okay, Beowulf, go ahead and roll your d10.
Oh no!
So you get
Well.
a 6.
Amazing. Oh gosh.
And you're taking a level in Blood Hunter then.
Yep.
Okay.
Great start, guys.
All right. Who wants to go next?
I believe that puts me at 20 with my Constitution modifier, right?
Yep, 20.
All right, that's good. Thank gosh.
Taryn, how about you?
Sure.
You taking another
that-
level of Rogue?
Another level of rogue, yeah. As opposed to dual classing, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, another level of rogue.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me D8.
D8. Nice.
Nice. Beowulf, you get a fighting style, so
Yeah.
you can choose between archery, dueling, great weapon fighting, or 2-weapon fighting.
I'll take Great Weapon.
Okay.
Right.
And then you also have your Crimson Right.
Right. I'll
Terran, you gain Cunning Action. And then Aslan, how about you? You taking another level of Paladin?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a D10.
Oh, Jesus. 7.
Unless you want to use that one.
The Should I do a different one? That was a D10.
So when I add them when I add them on Fantasy Grounds, it automatically rolls. You can choose to use that, or you can roll your own.
Oh.
Well, actually, yeah, I'll say.
I think 7's fine.
Yeah, I mean it's better than a 1.
Yeah, dude, I've been rolling bad all night. I'll take my 7 and go.
Take
All
your
right.
chances.
And then, so Aslan, you get to choose a fighting style.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah. So you can choose defense, dueling, great weapon fighting, or protection. There's got to be more than that.
Yeah, there is blind fighting. There's
Yep.
blessed warrior. There's dueling. There's interception. I mean, my
Yep.
Aslan would choose protection anyways. So.
Protection. Okay.
Yep.
Protection. You also have spell casting, so you get to choose spells, well as divine smite.
Divine smite. Yep.
Oh boy.
All right, so go ahead and think on your spells. Vishara, you taking another level of cleric?
Yeah.
Okay. Rolls a 4.
That's not bad.
Do you want to use that, or do you want to roll your own, Vishara?
I'll roll my own.
Okay. Roll a d8. Go. 5. Average. Shara gains some nice stuff. You get Channel Divinity, Path to the Grave, as well as Turn Undead. And you gain more spells. Lulin, are you there? You can type in the chat too. Are you taking another level of Druid? Okay. Then go ahead and roll a d8. Or you can use that 7. Okay. 7. And then, what circle? Okay, yep, you can wait on that if you want. Figure out your class, and then we will do Salvatore over the weekend, or Salvatore over this coming before next time, and I'll have all of your characters updated. So yeah, a big role-playing session. Definitely a lot more role-playing just to get to Baldur's Gate, but we are there now, and you have your quest in front of you. And we will get into the very thick of the campaign now. A lot of things to do in Baldur's Gate. This is where we will end the session tonight.
So would you say that we like kind of like go to like the tavern or something to like rest, or or you still just
probably do that.
Okay. Yeah, because I would say that would be a good place to start actually writing my journal.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll definitely write one within the...
But for now, all the adventurers are slowly filing out of the front doors from the tavern. Thank you so much for tuning in to tonight's telling of the descent into Avernus, a tale of two cities. Our group of heroes coming together by the strands of fate, seemingly by pure chance, everyone being in the same area at the same time, bringing refugees all the way to Baldur's Gate, coming up with a little quest of their own. Something's going on in Baldur's Gate, and coincidence is hard to come by. More likely, as Zaj has said, it's connected. And so we will rejoin, hopefully next week at 9 p.m. Central, this same start time, and if not, we're going to have to wait for the week after, but hopefully next week I will be available, and that is the plan. So make sure to tune in come start time for the stream. Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, I'm on all those things. Watch however you want. Yeah, I got a bunch of messages from this Ember Among Us, sussy sus, and weird things. Whatever. Yes, I also I have a Discord. Make sure to check in on that. Join the Discord. Like, subscribe. All that stuff's free on YouTube. Subscriptions help, but don't feel like you have to, you know. Twitch, I got that stuff too. Helps us keep the lights on, so to speak. If you find value in what we are doing here and you enjoy this and you want to help cultivate a thriving community, if you want to help cultivate higher production quality for these streams and everything, I like to bring a lot for my players. Really give them tools and toys to play along with, because, you know, it's fun as a player to get all those things that you want to do and live it out. And I like being able to provide that. But don't feel like you have to. It's just if you find value here and you want to support by those types of means. Other than that, make sure to tune in to the Tomb of Annihilation campaign, which is starting September 3rd. We are taking the Lost Mine of Phandelver group through that, as they are rejoining for their next campaign at level 6, going to the jungles of Chult and finding the Soulmonger and figuring out what is behind this death curse. 9 p.m. every other Sunday, so starting September 3rd, we are beginning our first session of Tomb of Annihilation. You do not want to miss it. Other than that, it appears that most everyone is gone from the tavern by now, so go ahead and pick up your mugs with whatever is left. For last call is sounded. Tip those bad boys back. Thank you so much for being here. This has been the Tavern League.